Everyone please make some noise for my wife, Francesca Maria Bray. It's funny when two people meet who have both been the single ones in their friend groups for the best part of a decade. From everyone on the outside, I can speak for us both when I say it's been an amazing outpouring of love and support from everyone around us since day one. Definitely elements of relief as well. From the inside, from my side at least, it's been a wonderful education. So I thought today would be a good opportunity to tell you a few of the important things I've learned about Fran over the last couple of years. One of the first things I learned about Fran is that she is extremely determined. She never backs down from a challenge. It's something we both have in common. And as much as I will always view this as a positive trait, it has had a tendency to land us both in trouble, especially when competitive tequila shots are involved. Being so determined also means Fran does not mess about. So when she started flashing her ring finger at me at anything remotely to do with marriage came up, I knew she was serious. Most men would be mildly terrified if someone did that on a third date. But that is one reason I think we're perfect together. Another thing I learned about Fran very early on is that she is absolute comedy, intentionally and unintentionally. It's one of the aspects of Fran I love the most, and I can say with absolute certainty there hasn't been a day since we met that's been without laughter. Fran would, of course, label herself as a master of timing and wit, but it's always been the unintentional ones that have made me laugh the most. Just over a year ago, we also welcomed a small furry addition to our family, a little King Charles Cavalier named Louis. This is where I got my first glimpse of Fran's maternal instinct in action. The lesson I learned on his arrival was less about maternal instincts, though, and more about my relegation to the third most important member of the household. Still, coming home from work every day and spending the evening with those two has always and will always be my favourite part of the day.
The sun danced on the snow with a glittering smile, as two lovers sat quietly, alone for a while. Then he turned and said with a casual air, though he blushed from his toes to the tips of his hair, "I think I'd quite like to get married to you." "Well then," she said, "well there's a thought. But what if we can't vow to be all that we ought? Can you promise me, say, you won't grumble and shout if I'm late yet again when we plan to go out? For I can't say that I'll learn to ignore dirty socks and damp towels strewn all over the floor. So if we can't promise to be all that we should, I'm not sure what to do, though the idea's quite good." But he gently smiled and tilted his head till his lips met her ear. Then softly he said, "I promise to weave my dreams into your own, that wherever you breathe shall be my heart's home. I promise that whether with rags or gold I am blessed, your smile is the jewel I shall treasure the best. Do you think then, my love, we should marry, do you?" "Yes," she said, "I think I do."
Fran, do you take Max to be your husband? Do you promise to respect, support and comfort him, and to remain true to him for the rest of your lives together?
I do.
I, Francesca Maria Murphy,
I, Francesca Maria Murphy,
take thee, Max William Bray,
take thee, Max William Bray,
to be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband.
Max, do you take Fran to be your wife? Do you promise to respect, support and comfort her, and to remain true to her for the rest of your lives together?
I do.
I, Max William Bray,
I, Max William Bray,
take thee, Francesca Maria Murphy,
take thee, Francesca Maria Murphy,
to be my wedded wife.
to be my wedded wife.
It now gives me great pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife.
Well, good evening, everybody, and again, a very, very special good evening to the brand new Mr. and Mrs. Bray. It's wonderful to have such a sparkling turnout from so far and wide, and many of you have travelled across continents and various things to places to be here. From my personal perspective, it was such a joy seeing Francesca so radiant and happy. And I could not have been prouder walking down the aisle with her this afternoon. It's a memory that I will always cherish, and to see her tying the knot with Max was just so very, very special. Max, welcome to our family. I speak on behalf of all of us. We're absolutely delighted to now call you family.
May your marriage bring you all the exquisite excitements a marriage should bring, and may life grant you also patience, tolerance, and understanding. May you always need one another, not so much to fill your emptiness as to help you to know your fullness. A mountain needs a valley to be complete. The valley does not make the mountain less, but more. And the valley is more a valley because it has a mountain towering over it. So let it be with you and you. May you need one another, but not out of weakness. May you want one another, but not out of lack. May you entice one another, but not compel one another. May you embrace one another, but not encircle one another. May you succeed in all important ways with one another and not fall in the little graces. May you look for things to praise, often saying, I love you, and take no notice of small faults. If you have quarrels that push you apart, may both of you hope to have good sense enough to take the first step back. May you enter into the mystery, which is the awareness of one another's presence, no more physical than spiritual, warm and near when you are side by side, and warm and near when you are in separate rooms or even distant cities. May you have happiness, and may you find it in making one another happy. May you have love, and may you find it loving one another.
Max and I have known one another since we were around 4 years old, quite literally from the sandpit days of Homeward House School in Kent. This company makes him my oldest friend, and since then we have very much remained a big part of each other's lives, going on 30 plus years. Fran, it goes without saying just how incredibly stunning you look today. You look an absolute knockout, and Max is a very lucky man. I recall meeting Fran for the first time after only a few months of them seeing one another. The fact Max was introduced us to her so early on was because he knew he was onto something special. I warmed to her instantly. and she has fit effortlessly into a group of friends who have known each other for years. From what I know, Max has done the same, which is a testament to both of their characters and the kind, easygoing people that they are. Max, you're my best friend, and always will be. Having someone in your life that is a constant, a comforting feature in your mind of familiarity, one where you can instantly recall a good moment together, one that you have already shared so much with, and one that you will always be there for you, is invaluable. Our friendship means the world to me. Fran, I hope you enjoyed growing old with him as much as I enjoyed growing up with him.
The most important thing I've learned about Fran over the last couple of years, though, is that beneath that sometimes hard exterior exists the kindest, most thoughtful, caring and loving person I have ever met. You are a remarkable person, Fran, and that is something I promise to remind you of, both with words and with actions, every single day for the rest of our lives together. I love you more than words could possibly articulate, and I couldn't be proud to stand here today and call you my wife.